Okay, so here, what are the applications of vectors? We shall discuss about that. So you got a basic knowledge about what is the meaning of vector, addition, vectors, and what are the directions, what are the magnitudes, everything you know. But now we shall discuss about what is the meaning of horizontal forcing. Okay, so to understand the horizontal force, let us imagine that this is a pendulum hanging. This is going to be the pendulum hanging downwards. And what did I do? I applied a horizontal force in this direction now. Okay, this is going to be the horizontal force, which is F here. And this pendulum, when it is pulled towards horizontal, it will rise to certain angle theta, like this. Okay, so it will rise to certain angle theta like this. Then if it is rising to certain angle theta, what is going to act downwards? Mg is acting downwards. Then what is the resultant of these two? What is going to be the resultant of these two? For example, if I close this and this now, like this, if I close these two, okay, and this is going to be the resultant of those two. Okay, this is going to be the resultant. And let us write this as a resultant force. So what is this resultant force? See, this is angle theta, means this is also going to be angle theta, because these are parallel. These can be taken as corresponding angles. Okay, so these are corresponding angles. So horizontal force is F, this is mg. Okay, so if this is F, this is also going to be F, because opposite sides in a rectangle are going to be same. Okay, so now what I have to do? I have to find out what is the horizontal force now. For that, what I am going to do, I can write now tan theta is going to be opposite side, that is F, and adjacent side is going to be mg. So F is equal to mg tan theta is the horizontal force. Sometimes in the problem, in the previous year problems, I have seen that angle is given as 45 degrees and mass of the pendulum is given as 10 kg. Okay, so what is the mass of the pendulum? This is having a mass of 10 kg, and he's asking us to find out what is the horizontal force applied when you raise the pendulum to certain angle is equal to 45 degrees. Oh, okay. So what is our aim? This is a simple pendulum. You are pushing with certain, you are pulling the pendulum with horizontal force. Then mg is always acting downwards. Okay. Then F is in this direction, mg is in this direction. This is going to be the resultant. Okay, so as this is a rectangle, this force and this force are same. This is mg and that is also mg. In a rectangle, opposite vectors are going to be same. Okay, so our aim is to find out what is that horizontal force. So tan theta is nothing but opposite side by adjacent side, that is F by mg. F is equal to mg tan theta. Okay, and sometimes he gives you angle as well as mass, and he asks you what is the horizontal force. Very simple, that the horizontal force can be taken as mass is how much? 10 into 10, and tan 45 is going to be 1. Therefore, horizontal force applied is going to be 100 newtons. Okay, this is a simple concept. The next thing is, sometimes he will ask you to find out the tension also. Okay, so how are you going to find out the tension? For that, let us imagine this is a pendulum. Okay, and you are pulling it with horizontal force F here, and this is going to be mg. If such situation comes, then what is going to act here? Now let us see. Here, this is the length of a pendulum is L. This is the length of a pendulum which is hanged from a rigid support here. Okay. So what is the tension on the tension in the string? Tension is considered as T. This is going to be the tension in this direction. Tension in the string means what? The stiffness created in the string because of weights and forces. Stiffness, okay, is called as tension there. So now, as this is an angle theta here, in the upward direction also, if you consider this is angle theta, then this is going to be T cos theta. Okay, and this is horizontal force. In this direction, it is going to be T sin theta. Okay, now what are you going to understand from this? As the pendulum is in equilibrium condition, means balanced condition, then all the forces are going to be balanced here. So what do you understand from this? You will understand that T sin theta in this direction and H in the opposite direction is going to be same. So you can find out the tension if you know the horizontal force by using the formula T is equal to F by sin theta. If you know the force, if you don't know the force, but you know what is the weight of a body, then what you have to apply P cos theta. Okay, so what is P cos theta is in the upward direction and mg is in the downward direction. See, these two forces are same, equal and opposite, action reaction forces. These two forces are going to be same. Weight is an action, T cos theta is a reaction. Equilibrium position means all the forces acting in the opposite directions will be same. So what are you going to understand from this? This is going to be here if you want to find out tension, and if you know the weight of a body, then you have to apply tension. T is going to be mg by cos theta. If you know the force, horizontal force, we can apply this and get the answer. So you can find out tension if you know the force and this one. Okay, so if this is okay, this is the second concept. So what is this? This is going to be the second concept. Find out the tension and horizontal force. This is going to be the first concept. Then what is the next remaining things regarding the same concept here? See here, if this is a pendulum, in different angle you have to think here. You are applying a horizontal force F, okay, horizontal force F, and mg is acting downwards, and this is going to be the resultant force. If this is length here, if I draw a line like this is making 90 degrees, this is going to be angle theta, this is also going to be angle theta. Here, if this is L here, you should know that the component of that is going to be L cos theta. Am I right or not? The component of that is going to be here L cos theta. Understood? L cos theta. Okay. And what is this distance? This is going to be x. Horizontal displacement taken by a body. So what is the horizontal displacement taken by a horizontal force? Because of horizontal force, how much distance horizontally it has been moved, which is taken as x here. Okay. And what is in this direction you have to apply? There is a resultant force acting. What is the resultant force here? If this is F and this is mg, resultant force is F square plus mg whole square, isn't it? Understood? Then, okay. So resultant force kanukodaniki formula. This is the formula to find out the resultant force. Okay. So if this is the situation now, there is one identity which you have to remember. What is that identity? Force by magnitude of the force is going to be constant. Okay. Force divided by the magnitude eppudaina constant. Understand? Force and the magnitude is always constant. What is the meaning of that? Okay. So you should remember that here. What is the force acting downwards? mg. And what is the magnitude acting in this direction? Can you tell me what is the magnitude? ఈ direction లో ఏ magnitude పనిచేస్తుంది? L cos theta రాయొచ్చు. ఇంకొకటి కూడా రాయొచ్చు ఇక్కడ. What is that you can write now? This is L, this is x అంటే ఏం రాయొచ్చు? Square root of L square minus x square రాయొచ్చు. లేదు మైనస్ L square పెద్దది minus x square. Hypotenuse కదా L square. Okay, so root of L square minus s. And the magnitude is mg, force is mg and its magnitude is going to be L square minus x square. Okay, and horizontal force, directional force is F and the magnitude is going to be x. Understand? Going to be x. Then here in this direction resultant force is acting. What is the resultant force? Square root of F square plus mg whole square, and magnitude in that direction is going to be the length of a pendulum. Okay, so from this identity you can find out unknown things. Okay, if you know L and x, L x telsi F telsi ante mg kan. Okay, L x telsi F telsi mg kanukochu, L x telsi mg teliste F kanukochu. This is one concept. Based on this concept, one more thing I am going to explain now, which is very important here, which is called as Lami's theorem. Okay, Lami's theorem ante enti? What is the meaning of Lami's theorem here? You just see in this direction, for example, force is F1. In this direction, force is F2. In this direction, force is F3. Okay. Opposite to F1 angle is theta1, let us imagine. Opposite to F2 angle is theta2, let us imagine. Opposite to F3 angle is theta3. So what is the Lami's theorem explaining here? Lami's theorem, what do you mean by this Lami's theorem? Which is very important to solve that type of problems. So Lami's theorem says that force F1 divided by sine of angle in the opposite direction, then opposite direction. Next, force F2, this is going to be the force F2, and opposite to that is angle sine theta 2, and the force is F3, and opposite to that is sine of angle of opposite, that is sine. Okay, so this is going to be Lami's theorem. By using this Lami's theorem, you can solve that problem. How can you solve that problem here? So, to understand that problem here, you just simply do one thing. What will you do? If you draw one line like this, okay, if this 60 means this is going to be how much? Okay, if this is 60, this is going to be 30. If this is 30, this is going to be 60 because this is 90 degrees, isn't it? Okay, that means the total angle, this total angle is going to be 90 degrees. Okay, so I am applying this Lami's theorem. Okay, now just see, I will apply the Lami's theorem here, and I will write that 900 is the force which is acting downwards, and exactly opposite is 90 degrees, sine 90. Okay, and then one more thing is tension T1 is acting, and exactly this is going to be 90, this is also going to be 90. So 90 plus 60, T1 opposite to that angle is how much? 150. So T1 divided by sine 150 is equal to T2 is in the opposite direction. This total angle is going to be 120, isn't it? It's going to be sine 120. Okay, sine 120. And what he's asking us to find out, tension T1 by T2 is asking. And you know that, first of all, what will you do? First of all, what will you do? You compare these two now. Okay, that is T1 sine 150 is what? Sine 180 minus 30, which is sine 30 means 1 by 2, isn't it? So T1 divided by 1 by 2 is equal to sine 90 means 1 means you can write 900 divided by 1. So T1 is equal to 900 into half. Your answer is 450 newtons. So I got T1 as 450 newtons by using Lami's theorem. The next thing what I am going to find out is T2. So T2 divided by sine 120 means sine 180 minus 60, which is nothing but root 3 by 2, which is equal to 300, am I right, or 900, sorry. So 900 divided by sine 90, which is going to be 1. Therefore T2 is going to be 900 into root 3 by 2, which is 2 1 times 2, 450 times. So T2 I got it as 450 root 3. Therefore I can write T1 by T2 is equal to how much? 450 divided by 450 root 3. 450 gets cancelled. Your answer is this one. Okay, your correct answer is this one. Understood? So I have applied Lami's theorem. Now let us apply Lami's theorem here also. Okay, so what will you do? The simple thing what you have to do is you can just draw one dotted line like this. Understood or not? You can draw a dotted line. Okay, or else you can do one more thing. If this is 60, what is the remaining? Not 30. This is 180, no degrees. This is going to be 120. Is it okay? Okay, that is 120. If I draw one horizontal dotted line, if this is 60, is it not 60? And this is not, is it not 90? Okay. So this is 90. 90 plus 60 is how much? 150 plus 150 is? Means this is going to be 60. Okay, ఇది అవసరం లేదండి, direct 60 వచ్చేసి. You know? Is it okay? Okay. So here, downward, what is the force acting? 20 divided by, which is equal to T1 divided by sine 60. The angle opposite sine 60, which is equal to T2 divided by the angle how much? Again sine 150. Okay. Now, can't you find out T1 and T2 from there? So what will you do now? Anything you can find out. You just compare these two first. Okay. After compare these two first, these two next, and you get the answer. So let us write now first T1 by sine 60 and enter root 3 by 2, which is equal to sine 150 and enter sine 180 minus 31, 1 by 2. Sine 60 is 1 by root 3, sine 20 is, sine 150 is 1 by 2. So here 2 gets cancelled. So T1 is equal to 20 root 3. Sorry, T2 by sine 30, sine 150. Easy. Yes, you can do it. Good idea. Now it's very easy now. T1 is going to be sine 60 root 3 by 2. 20 root 3, 20, both are equal. Okay. Next, you can just see here. A. What is this? A is nothing but 3i plus 4j. Okay. So what is A? A is equal to 3i plus 4j. What is B is nothing but 7i plus 24j here. Okay. Then what else? Find the vector having the same magnitude of B. And the first B magnitude enta? Square root of 7 square plus 24 square. Calculate cheste 625 vastundi, which is nothing but 25 newtons, 25 units. So I got B value. B the magnitude. So find the vector having the same magnitude of B and parallel to A.
6.
So you have to find out the unit vector of that. If you find out the unit vector of A and multiply with this, you will get the answer. So unit vector of A means what? A by magnitude of A gives you the unit vector. So A cap is nothing but A is how much? 3i plus 4j is going to be 5 other. Magnitude square root of 3 square plus 4 square is 5. Is it? Okay. So you got this one now. What will you do? If you multiply the 25 with this, then you will get a, okay. So what is the resultant? So resultant vector. Okay. So what will you get? 25 into, what is this? 3i plus 4j divided by 5. So 5 times. So 5 3s are 15 plus is your answer, isn't it? Parallel means what? 3 ki దీంతో ఇంటిగ్రల్ ఎంతతో మల్టిప్లై 3 5 are 15, 4 5 are 20. Your answer is correct. That means it is parallel అన్నమాట. Okay. Next, you can just see. Find the resultant of a vector shown in the figure. ఓకే, చాలా కాంప్లెక్స్ మెథడ్ లో సాల్వ్ చేస్తారు. ఓకే, సో వాట్ దే విల్ డూ, దీని I వెక్టార్ J వెక్టార్ దట్ ఈస్ 5 cos 37 I plus 5 sin 37 J, okay, plus again 3I plus 4J, but I have got a simple method. You need not do all these nuisance and nonsense. The simple thing is you have got a common sense here now. This is 5, okay, what is this? This is 37, and what is this? This is 53, okay na? So exactly 37 ki opposite 3 kada, smallest angle, smallest value 3, and this is 53 degrees because this is 90 means the sum of these two should be 90. So this is 3 means what is the remaining one? This is 4, okay, that means this is 3. So దీని కాంపోనెంట్ ఈ డైరెక్షన్ లో 3, దీని కాంపోనెంట్ డైరెక్షన్ లో 4. సో ఆల్రెడీ ఈ డైరెక్షన్ లో 3 ఉంది, 4 is there, isn't it? So totally this is going to be 7, this 3, this 4. Is it okay? And this is in this direction, 4 is there and 3 is there. This is going to be 7. So your resultant is how much? Your resultant is 7 root 2. 7 root 2. And what is the direction of the resultant? 45 degrees. This is the resultant, no? So the resultant he is asking, okay? The resultant of the two vectors is going to be how much? 7 root 2. And the direction of the resultant is theta, which is going to be 45 degrees, okay? Because if opposite side, see in any vector, if opposite side and adjacent sides are going to be same, that means angle is going to be 45 degrees. Tan 45 is 7 by 7 is 1x. So this is your answer. Now, so according to your wish, you told graphical question you asked. So how do you solve this graphical question? You just see. So first of all, these forces are on a body figure. They have resultant force only along the y direction. The magnitude of the minimum additional force, okay, it is having resultant force along the y direction. That means along the x direction no resultant force, 0. It is having resultant force along the y direction means along the x axis resultant force is not there, 0, balancing condition is there. So what will you write now? See, in this direction you write 1 cos 60 plus this is how much you will take now? This is 30, this is 60, no, because it is a straight line, vertically opposite angles are same. So plus 2 cos 60 ఈ డైరెక్షన్ లో అంతేనా? కాంపోనెంట్ x యాక్సిస్ మీద 1 cos 60, ఈ కాంపోనెంట్ x యాక్సిస్ మీద కరెక్టే cos 60 2 sin 30 రైట్ సైడ్. దీని కాంపోనెంట్ ఈ డైరెక్షన్ లో 4 sin 30 అంతేనా? సో వాట్ ఆర్ ద లెఫ్ట్ సైడ్ ఫోర్సెస్? 4 into sin 30 అంటే 1/2 is 2 1. రైట్ సైడ్ ఏమేం ఫోర్సెస్ ఉన్నాయి చూడు, 1 into cos అంటే 1/2 is రైట్ సైడ్, ప్లస్ 2 into cos 60 అంటే 2 into 1/2, okay. So what is there on the right side? Half plus 1. So left side వచ్చేసి 2 and right side is how much? 1.5. Understood or not? What is the resultant now? 0.5. Difference is going to be a resultant. So how much extra additional force? The magnitude of the minimum additional force needed is how much? 0.5. That's it. Is it clear? Understood?
4 into 1/2 is 2 inch. 1/2 plus 1/2 plus 2 into 1/2.
1 cos 60 కదా, 1/2. 2 cos 60 అంటే 2 into 1/2 అంటే half plus 1, half is 0.5, 1 plus 0.5 is 1.5. అంతేనా? నెక్స్ట్ you just see here, the sum of the two unit vectors is a unit vector. The sum of the two unit vectors is a unit vector. Then the magnitude of the difference is how much? So how will you do this one? So you know what is the resultant? R square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. We don't know what is theta, but you know this is 1 and this is 1 square is 1 only, no, plus 2 into 1 because a is 1 here, a is equal to b is equal to r is equal to 1 according to the problem. That is sum kuda, okay. So what are we going to get now? 2 cos theta here. So this is 1 is equal to 2 plus 2 cos theta. So 2 cos theta is equal to minus 1. So cos theta is equal to minus 1/2, which is nothing but cos 120 degrees. That means if you take one vector and the other vector, this is going to be how much? 120 degrees. Understood? If that is 120 degrees, then if you make a difference, it's going to be remaining angle how much? 60 degrees. Difference. Addition angle how much? If these are the two vectors a bar and b bar, and this is minus a, in between these two angles, angle is 60, 120. But difference means you have to make difference of this a, you'll get left side. So what is the resultant now? How will you find out the resultant here? Now just see, the resultant is going to be r is equal to square root of 1 square plus 2 into cos 60 is 1/2, 2 gets cancelled. So r is equal to 1 plus 1, which is nothing but root 3 is your answer. Just angle change అవుతుంది. Addition means 120, subtraction means 60. I told you that subtraction is nothing but addition of one positive vector with a negative vector. Means this is going to be b plus of minus a and this is going to be b plus a. Is it clear what I am saying? Any doubt is there? That's it. The sum of two unit vectors is a unit vector. Adi in terms of vectors, not in terms of scalars. Understand? Unit vector is a scale. Vector vectors. It's not a scalar addition, not an ordinary addition. It's a vector addition. Okay. So here you just see a truck is traveling towards north like this with a speed of 20 meters per second and turns due west and travels with the same speed like this 20 meters per second. You all know that the resultant velocity is going to be 20 root 2. But direction they get confused. You'll get confusion regarding direction. How do you find out the correct direction? See, truck is going in this direction with this speed and again changing like this. So you just see. So in this direction and in this direction means resultant will be how much? Pythagoras theorem. So triangle law use chesthe this is going to be the resultant. And what is the Pythagoras theorem you are going to apply? 20 root 2. What is the correct direction? How do you say? Southwest. How did you tell? Correct. You చెప్పింది పిల్లోడు చెప్పింది కరెక్ట్ ఎట్లా చెప్పినావు దీనికి కరెక్ట్ సొల్యూషన్ ఏం తెలుసా డౌట్ రాకుండా see by using parallelogram law. If you see the parallelogram law means what? Two vectors should be away from one point kada. This is okay away from one point but that is towards one point kada. That should be changed here. This is okay, this is the correct position but this is moving towards the tail. But according to parallelogram law, two vectors should be away from one point. Then only resultant will be there. So this is in the wrong direction, so change that direction. So if you change that direction, this is going to be the real resultant, which is this is west and this is south. So southwest and 20 root 2. Okay. So D option is the correct option.
In case of head
draw whatever the vector you draw, I'll show the resultant direction.
క్వశ్చన్ లో మనం ఇక్కడ మార్చకుండా డైరెక్ట్ ఇక్కడ వచ్చినప్పుడు
నువ్వు టెన్షన్ పడద్దు మనమే కదా ఎవరు కొత్త లేరులే నువ్వు కూల్గా చెప్పు ఎందుకంటే ఈజ్ వెరీ ఫాస్ట్ ఇన్ థింకింగ్ అండ్ దట్ ఓకే చెప్పు
సార్ ఇప్పుడు మనం ఇక్కడ డైరెక్షన్ చేంజ్ చేసాం కదా సార్
ఓకే
ఆ డైరెక్షన్ క్వశ్చన్ లో అట్లా ఇవ్వకుండా రైట్ ఇక్కడ టేల్ కి హెడ్ వచ్చింది కాబట్టి మనము డైరెక్షన్ మార్చాము అట్లా కాకుండా మనకు క్వశ్చన్ లోనే వాడు ఇది వచ్చినప్పుడు
డైరెక్ట్ ఆన్సర్ ఇంకేం మార్చాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు అండర్స్టూడ్ నెక్స్ట్ బోట్ రివర్ కాన్సెప్ట్ ఐడియా ఉంది ఇంకా ఏం కావాలి మీకు మ్యాన్ అండ్ రైన్ ఐడియా ఉంది గ్రాఫ్స్ సో గ్రాఫ్స్ యూ వాంట్ ఇన్ కైనమాటిక్స్ okay so graphs I think you learned how to derive equations of motion in kinematics but you should know which graph represents what, isn't it? Okay. So first of all, we shall discuss about what is the meaning of position time graph. Okay. Or this is also called as displacement time graph. So what are these graphs representing? Let us see here. Okay. I'll give an example. So this is position means xt graph and position time graph, isn't it? This is called as position time graph. You only tell me that what is this graph representing now? Yes. So many people will get confusion here when it is rest, when it is constant velocity, when it is having increase in velocity, which is having acceleration, which is having deceleration. For that I have got a simple technique. So in a position time graph, if you want to find out velocity, you have to find out the slope, isn't it? Tan theta. So now the graph is like this. This is position time graph, or this is also called as displacement time graph. So this is going to be the graph where this is angle theta. Okay, so opposite side is displacement and adjacent side is time. So whenever you want to find out the velocity, you have to write tan theta because opposite side is displacement, adjacent side is time, according to the general formula also. So you have to check what is the correct option here by seeing angle theta. So by keeping this in your mind here, you can decide many situations. You can just see. I'll tell you many examples like this. So how do you decide that this is going to be rest? Because theta is going to be 0 here, isn't it? So v is equal to tan 0 is nothing but 0. That means velocity is 0. See, time is passing, but there is no change in the position, like dead body. Understood? So what is the next graph? What is this graph? This is velocity, position time graph. Okay, tell me what is this graph representing?
Time is constant.
See, time is going to be constant and displacement is changing. It is called as impossible graph. See, that means, well, what is this meaning here? This is 90, no? So velocity is equal to tan 90, which is going to be infinity, which is not possible. టైం ఏమో చేంజ్ కావట్లే, నువ్వు ఇక్కడ ఉంటేవి ఇప్పుడే మళ్ళీ హైదరాబాద్లో కూడా ఉన్నావు. విత్ ఇన్ నో టైమ్ యూ రీచ్డ్ ఫ్రమ్ యూ చేంజ్ పొజిషన్ ఫ్రమ్ కర్నూలు టు హైదరాబాద్. టైం ఏమో 8 o'clock ఉంది, ఇప్పుడు కనిపించావు మళ్ళీ హైదరాబాద్లో కూడా ఆడే ఉన్నావు. సైతాన్ అనుకుంటారు అందరు, ఇది రెండు పొజిషన్లో ఉన్నాడు. ఇట్స్ నాట్ పాసిబుల్ యాక్చువల్లీ, ఇంపాసిబుల్ గ్రాఫ్ అంటాము. ఓకే, సో నెక్స్ట్ థింగ్ ఈస్ ఇఫ్ యూ ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ యూ డ్రా లైక్ దిస్. ఓకే, అండ్ దిస్ ఈస్ పొజిషన్ అండ్ దిస్ ఈస్ time, sorry, this is time graph. If the graph is like this, what is it representing? See, velocity, I told you there is only one clue to understand this one. See, if you observe, theta is going on increasing, am I right or not? Theta is increasing. Understood or not? See, tan theta, actually em cheyala manamu graph తీసుకుంటే ఈ theta తీసుకోవాలా, but it is greater than 180, so this is negative slope anamata. So negative slope means what does it represent? Negative velocity means body is coming towards you. Sorry, train is approaching the station where you are standing. Negative velocity. Understood? And that too, if it is, and that too, this is uniform velocity. It is coming towards you with constant velocity. Is it clear what I am saying now? So next we shall discuss about what is the velocity time graph. Already I have explained on this one. Did I explain this one or not? Yesterday I have proved by using graphs. So what is this actually? Velocity time graph. Okay, so if I draw a line here, this is going to be opposite side. Okay, this is opposite, this is adjacent, this is time and this is velocity. So acceleration is nothing but change in velocity by time. So that means if you want to find out an acceleration, you have to find out the slope, which is opposite side by adjacent side. You know, acceleration is nothing but change in velocity by time. Later you can write like this also, which is delta v by delta t, acceleration. Okay, so if you want to find out the displacement in the case of this graph, in this graph if you want to find out displacement, what will you do? You have to find out area. Area of the graph gives you displacement and the slope of the graph gives you acceleration. Understood? Okay, for example now see, if this is the case now, this is a VT graph. So this is a graph which is where velocity is going to be constant. Why velocity is going to be constant? Acceleration is equal to tan 0, which is equal to 0. Acceleration is 0 means velocity is uniform, velocity is constant. If I ask to convert this graph, VT graph, into position time graph, so this is displacement time graph or position time graph. How will you convert this VT graph into position time graph? That's it, like this. Understood? Clear? Okay. So next thing is, if I am going to consider the graph like this, okay, I am drawing a line like this here. Just now, what did I explain now? Horizontal line. So what is this? This is angle theta, this is velocity and this is time. So what does this graph represent? So acceleration is equal to tan theta. Here theta is constant. Here also, this is the clue you have to remember. Em gurtupeట్టుకోవాలి ఇక్కడ, ఇది గుర్తుపెట్టుకుంటే చాలు. Acceleration equal tan. Theta ని చూసి acceleration decide చేయాలి. So theta is going to be constant. Theta is constant. Acceleration is constant. Means uniform acceleration case here. Okay. So now, for example, the graph is like this. So this is velocity time graph. Okay. Acceleration is nothing but tan theta. Here, theta, if you see, at going on increasing. So theta is increasing. Acceleration is also increasing. It's a case of positive. Acceleration is increasing. Understand? What will you write down for that? Here, theta is increasing means acceleration is increasing. How will you write then? Think and tell me now. So what is this? What is this? If you draw a horizontal line, theta is going on increasing, so acceleration is tan. Theta is decreasing, so velocity time graph. Acceleration is also decreasing, means deceleration, retardation. Understood or not? Okay. So these are some of the graphs which you have to remember. Tomorrow we will do some problems also based on graphs. Okay. So these are only basics of graphs. Tomorrow we will do problems. Understand? So tomorrow, you know, there is a chance of, there is NEET exam. You know about that? Paper has been leaked. NEET paper leak అయిపోయింది. So tomorrow onwards classes will be there in the morning from 7 to night 7, like that, for NEET students. In that I will inform you when is physics and chemistry and maths. Okay. So tomorrow evening we will send you the timetable. No